Hi, welcome to this week's video. Back in the bathroom, back doing tutorials for you. We are achieving a fresh from the Facialist glowing skin makeup routine that will have everybody stopping you on the street saying, whoa, what are you doing to get such great skin? I love this look because it's my signature weekend look, which means you're out the door in about 5 minutes. It's simple, it's pared down, but it's all focusing on great looking skin. And it happens to be a spring 2019 makeup trend as well. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I'm gonna walk you through the steps. Naturally, it starts with fresh, glowing skin. So we will achieve that first. If you've been following me on this channel for any length of time, specifically catching up on my skincare routine videos, you know that I do two things that have been a game changer for me. And that is prescription strength Retin A and glycolic acid, both of which I get from my dermatologist's office. I have moved up in strength for Retin A. I'm at 0.1%, and my glycolic acid cream is at 20. These are really, really high percentages. It takes a while to get there because your skin has to get acclimated and used to it, but these are phenomenal products for exfoliating, for helping cell turnover, getting rid of hyperpigmentation, getting rid of fine lines. I can't tell you what a difference this has made, and I really had to up the ante when I hit my mid to late 40s. That's when I started to notice some big changes in my skin, to the point where over-the-counter creams and treatments just weren't cutting it for me anymore. But combining these two with my favorite moisturizer, one at morning, one at night, and just based on how my skin is reacting to it. If there's too much irritation or peeling, sometimes you got to back off for a couple of days, but it's really, really changed how my skin looks and feels. So first and foremost, you got to start with a really good skincare routine. So I just want to reiterate that. This is what I'm using. I have been for a few years now, and this is what's working for me. But for this particular video, what we need to do is start with clean skin, which is what I have, washed. I haven't done anything else after that. What we need to do is to get that glow going immediately. So I'm using a product that I recently got by Supernatural Organic. It's called Boost. It's a hydrating mask, but it has granules in it, so it serves as an exfoliator as well. So you get that really, really, really rich, deep moisture, but as you're applying it, you get to scrub and really exfoliate. So I'm going to push in, and as I do that, I'm also going to give you a quick update on my husband, because if you're following me, you know my previous video was life's hiccups and how to deal, and that was dealing with my husband's accident recently. So I'm going to push in. I'm tackling two birds here, but let me push in and then we can chat about that as well. Okay, so time for hydrating and exfoliating. This, like I said, Supernatural Boost looks like a clay, and I take a decent amount, like so, and just start to massage on my face. And it feels very cool, and it feels like there's sand in there, which I love, and it will dry. Granted, it's like watching paint dry, so I won't put you through that entire process. But I do want to update you on Nick, who is doing remarkably better 1 week later. He's got his hand in a splint. He's doing rehab and physical therapy for the torn hamstring. And his scars are healing beautifully. And even if he does have a little line or mark from it, then I think it just adds to his sexiness and makes him look that much more like Dermot Mulroney. So I'm good. I'm just so happy that he's okay. And he hopped in the car this morning and he drove to work. So all must be right with the world if that's the case. You know how men are, they can't sit still for 2 seconds. At least that's how my guy is. So I'm happy that he's back in the swing of things and feeling okay to resume life as normal. Anywho, gosh, this just feels so good. So I just continue to rub and scrub because it's serving as my exfoliator. And then at a certain point, I'll just stop and let it dry and it will harden into a mask, and then I will just take it and wipe it off, and that will be our starting point for our makeup application. Before I rinse it off with water, I just want to show you the dried look. and you still feel the granules in there. Whatever you need to exfoliate is what I would do. I also did my lip area too. I'm now going to splash my face with water, get all of this off, and then we'll start the makeup process. Okay, here we are. So I love how skin feels after exfoliation. Smooth as a baby's bottom, or an older baby's bottom. At any rate, this is our starting point. I am not going to add any moisturizer because what I'm about to put on next is going to take care of that for you. But first, I do want to use a product that I mentioned recently by Ole Henriksen. It's the Banana Bright Eye Cream to moisturize and lighten underneath the eye area. So it looks yellow and it does a wonderful job in getting rid of any discoloration underneath the eye and provides really nice hydration as well. So this is the only area where we need to moisturize. The product that I'm about to show you is the one that's going to take care of that for your face and also provide that wonderful, fresh, perfect skin look without having to apply layers and layers of foundation. There we go. So I'm just going to let this sit and penetrate. And now what I want to show you is something I have used and featured before, and it is just my gold standard when it comes to a great skin looking routine, and that is it. Bye Bye Foundation SPF 50. For some reason, I can't find anything better. I love it. It just makes the skin look incredible. A dewy, glowy type of a finish, not too heavy, but it's got a lot of moisture in here. So you don't need to apply any moisturizer and you don't need to apply any SPF because it's all in here for you. I'm somewhere in between a medium and tan just because of where we are in the season. So I'm going to pump out on a little blending dish a little bit of each and swirl it all together, and then we will apply. You can either apply with your hands or you can use a brush, whatever you prefer, but let's get going. This really just creates such a flawless, amazing finish, and it leaves your skin glowing beautifully. And since dewy, glowing skin is in, and frankly, I don't care what season or year it is, in my book, it's always in. We're not going to set this with a powder and we're not going to make it matte. We will just allow the glow to stay. But I love having a product that has multiple uses, and the combination of the moisture and the SPF is just great. So you know that you're covered once you get outside, protected and glowing. Don't forget to pull it down the neck too. Remember, face and neck must match the chest. And you can even sweep it on your chest as well if you're wearing something low cut and you want it all to match and pull together. You know, you're just giving yourself extra moisture and sun protection there too. So that certainly can't hurt. So that's on. From this point, my feeling is, and this is a very simple makeup look, as you'll see, there are only a few steps here. Because the skin looks so good, if you have any type of discoloration on the eyelid or a bluish tint, I would recommend using an eyelid primer. This one is by Tarte Shape Tape, and it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, kind of a neutral peachy tone to it. So it'll bring everything together. Super simple. It's like a stick, and you just sweep it across your lid, and then I use a blending brush to blend that all in. But it just complements everything else. You know, it just gives a very nice, smooth palette, and I think that, you know, it's such an easy step. Why skip it? And that way the eyelids look nice and primed and pretty as well. Okay, this is your personal choice depending on your brows. As you know, mine are tattooed, so I could leave it alone, but I usually like to pop it just a little bit because I just love bold brows, but I'm not going crazy. So I'm using Anastasia Brow Wiz in Auburn, and I'm just gonna very lightly just sort of whisk it in there and keep what I have, just deepen it a tiny bit. And I use hair-like strokes when I use a pencil, just very thin and light. It's gonna look completely natural. That's what you want here. You don't want to really look made up, but just like you stepped out of bed this way. See the difference? Ever so slight, but it's just a little something. So just follow your natural brow shape. If they're a little bit on the thin side. You've probably learned how to accentuate, go slightly outside that line, but not too far, or else it will look artificial. Again, just a light little whisk. And then this one has a little spoolie at the end just for brushing purposes if you want to soften it even more. Okay, so at this point now, if you have any discoloration under the eye, the Banana Bright eye cream really helps with that, but you can always use just a dab of concealer. I'm using, of course, Tarte Shape Tape. I think this one is in tan just because of the color going on here, but whatever color works for you. And I'm just using a microscopic amount. I don't want to have any type of a heavy made up look here. I'm just getting rid of hyperpigmentation and blending and smoothing. Just a little bit and tap it in. You know what? I actually need to blend two colors just like I did with the it's so funny. When you're neither light nor dark, blending is good. There we go. So I just had to lighten that up a little bit with medium, and that helped. I'm just removing any excess. From here, I am just going to use a bronzer, and this one is by Colorescience Santa Fe bronzer, and just a nice brush, flat. I am just trying to warm it up, make it look as if, it's a natural, warm glow. Been out in the sun a little bit. Hit it where the sun would normally hit you, right here on the cheek, up in the hairline, tip of the nose, chin. Just warming it up, that's it. But again, this is a super natural look. Ironically, I'm going to use the exact same thing as a little bit of an eyeshadow, a little shade in the crease. That's it. This is not a big eyeshadow look. This is not a big makeup look. Again, it's just sort of that fresh from the Facialist, my skin is just killing it today look. So you can just pop that into the crease a little bit if you just need some depth and definition up there, but nothing more. And then just blend out. As you can see, I've got lash extensions on. And these are the individual lashes, not the volume 3D, so they're a little bit softer and wispier. So if you need to apply mascara, most definitely do that. But before you do, I'm just going to top line with a little bit of a black pencil by NYX just to add a little bit of definition to the lash line. That's it, going from underneath. So I'm not in the waterline, I'm actually in the lash line. And I'm just pressing in just to add some depth and dimension to the lashes. And then if need be, if you just want a little bit of an extra kick, you can just go right here on the top on the outside. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but stay right on those lashes. If you want a little whisk just to bring it out, to add a little bit of width, go for it. So now would be the time for you to apply your mascara. I'm just gonna brush out my lashes so that they're not stuck together. And we are practically done. Okay, and now just a little bit of a lip. And since everything is sort of warm and bronzy here, I'm doing Lipstick Queen Nude Metal. You know I love it because it's practically gone. Featured this numerous times. And just a little press, not a heavy application. No liner, again, because there's nothing hard or defined in this look. And if you need just a little bit extra, if you need a little gloss or if your lips are dry, this is a gold-toned gloss by Kylie. I don't have my glasses, but I will add the name in the description portion along with everything else that's been used here. Just a little bit. A little too much. Let me blot. Hold on. And here's the final product. Fresh from the Facialist, glowing skin makeup routine that's really, really minimal. And let me tell you, if you were to run into me in the grocery store on the weekend, this is pretty much what you'd find. Maybe. Actually, oftentimes I go without anything. But if I am going out and about and I do want a little something, this is my little something. And I just love how simple and easy it is. And I just love the look of glowing skin. So let's pull way back and you get the whole thing in perspective. Okay, so it's the weekend. Almost. Can't wait to hear if you put this into play. Let me know how it works for you and if there are things that you like to do for your weekend makeup routine to make your skin glow and look great. But like I said, the foundation is good, clean, exfoliated skin. You must start there. Really, really kind of up your game on your skincare routine if it's something that you've neglected. And let me tell you, you don't have to spend a lot to get the job done. There are so many exfoliators and products that you can find at your local drugstore that will help with the process. But also talk to your dermatologist if you do need to bump things up a little bit in your routine and ritual with things like retin-A and glycolic acid. Hope you like this video. I am thinking also about spring colors. Lilac is all the rage this season, and there are so many pretty makeup trends to go with that. So I might do a demo on that one coming up. But of course, you let me know what it is that you need with the season. I'm here to please and to take care of whatever it is that you're thinking about, well, within reason. Or skill set. Oh, please don't forget to follow me on social media. We have such great interaction and fun here. So it's Dominique Sachse, both on Facebook and on Instagram, and I look forward to connecting with you there too. Subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. That way you'll be alerted every time a new video is out. Now, go out and be bold and be blessed, and I'll see you next Thursday at 1 o'clock. Bye-bye.